Welcome everybody to another episode of Provoked Success. I'm your host Scott Bynum. Joining me today is the one and only Donovan Carter, ex-D1 football star at UCLA, current actor of the hit TV show, the hit HBO TV show Ballers with The Rock. Donovan, thanks for joining me today.
Hey man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you. We're out here with this beautiful SoCal weather at this community center right here, taking advantage of some free property. No excuses, you know?
Yeah, no, it's nice, man. This is cool, man. I never did anything like this, so this is cool. I like it a lot.
Appreciate it. Trying to be different, you know, trying to stand out a little bit.
Got to. That's what it's all about, being different.
Exactly. You know what? Let's jump right into it. Football. You started off Pop Warner, correct?
Yes. I started off when I was like 9, 10, 5th grade. My dad actually coached before I was playing, so I kind of was exposed to football. He just thought I was too young. You know, I would ask him Dad, I want to play. But he wanted me to wait till I was 10.
Okay.
You know, probably didn't want to burn me out too fast. So yeah, I played all the way from 10 till 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when did you start? Did you start off being just a great athlete, or was your natural ability, or what?
I think so. Yeah. I played t-ball at first.
Okay.
I was playing t-ball. My dad just saw me. You know, I guess he saw maybe a little bit of athleticism in me, you know, just hitting the ball and stuff. So I started playing t-ball, played baseball, and then eventually played football. And I think my dad played football. He played sports, so I think he just knew, you know, probably would trickle down to me, hopefully. And man, when I stepped in that field, man, I fell in love. I had a great time, and just wanted to keep playing. I don't think I took a year off from when I started playing to when I stopped in college. I just played straight through, didn't take any time off. I just want to keep playing. I never got tired of it.
So did football just ended up instantly being your favorite sport, or did you continue to play all the sports, or what?
I continued to play baseball till 9th grade, but football was always my favorite. I like baseball. Baseball was cool. It was fun. I used to pitch. Used to play outfield.
Okay.
Was hit pretty decent. I used to play travel ball. I was in 8th grade. We went to Cooperstown in New York.
Mm-hmm.
They had this big tournament in the summertime. So played in that. That was cool. Got to see the Hall of Fame. I like basketball. I never played on a team, but I would just play pickup or in the neighborhood with my friends or at school. Never got into playing. I always wanted to play. Just with football, I was just always tired or body was hurting. And really none of my I think when you're young, you're influenced a lot by your friends. And none of my friends played on any teams. So it kind of never really influenced me to play. But I always shooting the ball. I feel you get a basketball, you got to shoot it around a little bit, yeah.
And you and I hoop together too. You're a hooper though too. You definitely got some skill when it comes to that.
Man, I try. I feel like I'm athletic, so I get it done. I'm terrible, but I know my role.
You got some shot. You got me in the eye a couple times.
Man, man. You're the hooper, man. I was trying to keep up with you. I was trying to keep up with you, man. But I'm not scared of competition, you know.
Yeah, we push each other. That's what's important.
Yeah, competing. That's it.
Gotta have somebody. So you went to UCLA. You didn't just go to some small school for football. You went to a big school, a popular school. How did you get that started?
Yeah, man. God is good, man. God bless to get a full ride to UCLA. I first started getting recruited in my junior year, 11th grade.
Okay.
My first offer was San Diego State, and I think I got about eight offers. My top 3 was UCLA, Arizona State, and Washington. Those were where I took my official trips, and it was cool, man. I really didn't know what to come about it. I just played football. I think when I was about to start 9th grade, I was kind of getting a little tired of it because I just was playing for so long, and I think I got caught into the politics a little bit because it was people that was playing that I know I was better than, but I just wasn't getting on the field. And my dad put me in this private school, and I just need to get my confidence up. And I went to a smaller school, so I was really the man there. So it helped me build my confidence up. But I never thought college or, I just was playing for the moment. But then I transferred to a different school my 11th and 12th grade year, and we actually was pretty good. We won the championship my junior, senior year. And once I was with them, hanging with them, I was okay, maybe I got a little game. I started thinking maybe I could do this. And then I started getting little letters, questionnaires, stuff. College is interested in me, invited me to the campus. Then I finally got my first offer at San Diego State, and they just all started trickling in. I'm like, okay, like, you know, this is real. And ended up committed to UCLA the summer before my senior year. Ended up committing to them, stayed with them. You know, still talked to a couple different schools, you know, here and there. But ended up just really just loving the environment there. Man, the campus is beautiful. Really liked the coaches at the time, but we ended up getting new coaches before I got there. And really just built like a strong bond with my teammates, the ones that I was actually committed with, my class. We just built this bond, and we just wanted to just come in there and just kind of change the program, because at the time UCLA was kind of in a different situation. I think they dominated so much in the 90s. In the 2000s came and SC started dominating, and they was just killing us. So we just wanted to come in there and just change the culture. And man, had a great time, man. You know, it's a great school academically and athletically also. It's a lot of tradition.
That's awesome. And you're from Los Angeles.
Yes. I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, A1 great to be exact. So man, growing up like 15 miles from school. It was amazing. You know, we played at the Rose Bowl, I think one of the best stadiums in America. It's not on campus though, but it's okay. You know, take a little field trip. But of course, there's SEC, all them other schools, those is great. But Rose Bowl, you know, that's a tradition. You know, it's one of the best bowl games, I think, beside the national championship. I think the Rose Bowl is one of the best, you know, bowl games that they have. But it was fun though, man. I had a great time. You know, learned a lot. You know, I think I started as a boy and came out as a young man. You know, just learned a lot, man. Just going through there and just built, you know, strong brotherhood with my teammates, and just learned really. I think I just really that's where I learned to start my work ethic. Just start how to work and compete, and you know, adversity, and just go through things, and you know, just really just living that college life. You know.
Yeah. Because you went to school in your hometown, I'm sure you had a lot of support, whether it's family, whether it's friends. Did you have anybody in particular who pushed you, whether it was academically or athletically or motivation, any sort of motivation? Was anybody just always there for you?
Yeah, man, my parents for sure, but for sure my father. Like, my father was always, I think, you know, sometimes parents want to, you know, kind of live through you a little bit. My dad, he didn't get a chance to go to college. He went to the military. He was in the Navy. So out of high school, he went straight to the Navy, and he played football, but he didn't get recruited. He didn't get the same opportunities I had. So I think he really just focused on me. Like that was his big goal. Like, he wanted to get me to college and for free. So he really pushed me, man. School, sports, always pushed me. After the game, you know, he always, you know. I mean, he would praise me, but he would also like let me know, like, man, you know, like, did you give everything you could each play? You know, did you try your best? And he always taught me early, like, always be ready. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. You know, he always like, man, football's it's a weird game, man. People get hurt, people go down. Yeah. But he always installed in me, be ready, because your time's gonna come, and just be ready. And he was right. At some time in the season, somehow I had to contribute somehow to the team, and I had to be ready. And I think I answered to the call. And even to this day, you know, things that happen, you know, post football, and you just always got to be ready. You never know.
So you had a natural gift to be athletic, but you didn't just ride that the whole way through. You put in some work, correct?
Yeah, you have to, man. You have to. I mean, I think after a while, of course, we all have natural abilities, and we all athletic. But then after a while, man, especially when I got to college, man, when you go to a prestigious school like UCLA, any D1 school, you know, everybody was the man. Everybody was the MVP on the team. Everybody's fast. Everybody's tall. Everybody's strong. So the only way to separate yourself is to work. Of course, you need that talent, and you need other things, but you got to work, man. Like, you have to put the work in. That's the only way you're going to see any results.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what happened after you
on and off the field? On and off the field.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah.
You did 4 years UCLA.
Yes. I redshirted my first year, which means I sat out. I didn't play. I was on the team, so I just practiced with the team, went to class, did all that. And then I did 4 years. So I was really there for like
5.
I was really there for 5 seasons. Yeah.
So you did academics all 5 years then too?
Yep. I was fortunate enough. Like, my last year, I did what I was supposed to do academically. So I only had one class, you know, because I couldn't. I stretched it out. I mean, because you in school, you have to take class.
You have to take.
Because I could have got it done and just been chilling, but you can't do that, you know, in the NFL. So yeah, I was a history major. It was tough, man. Like, I hated school. I'm not gonna lie. I hated school. Like, if it wasn't for football, I don't even know. That really just motivated me to be eligible and all that, but I just wasn't a school person. Like I love learning. I love, certain things, but just school is just tough. But I mean, I made it through, man. It was tough, man. It was times I didn't make it. I thought I almost got kicked out, was ineligible, GPA was low, but I just had to, just got to grow up, and you got to figure out, you got to set your priorities straight, and you got to know what's important. But I'm just like, if I can make it, man, anybody can, anybody, because you just got to push yourself, You got to push yourself and just, just got to focus. Sometimes you got to leave this party alone. Leave this young lady or this young man alone. Do your thing, and then it'll be there. It'll all come back. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. And if they really there if they really supporting you, they really there for you, they gonna understand. They most likely gonna help you get to your goal. So it was tough. I mean, I credit my coaches because they could have easily. I mean, it's a business in college. It's a business. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, they'll get you out and bring somebody else in. So I really praise my coaches, man, because they was on me. Because they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. They could, because I feel like some people, you're a young man, you got to figure it out. But they really pushed me. They really wanted to see me succeed. They really wanted to, get my degree and graduate, because they know, that takes you further than football. And I needed, sometimes you need a little kick in the butt to get going.
You did graduate, right?
Yes, man. I graduated in 2012. So
same here. We're the same age.
Yeah, took a little time, but it goes by fast. But yeah, got my degree in history, and yeah, man. So I never would have thought I'd have been when I was like younger, I never would have thought I was going to be a college graduate. Like I said, college was never really in my because my parents didn't go to college. My grandparents didn't go. It wasn't really like something that was like enforced in my house. My dad had goals for me, but it wasn't like something I'd never, because like I said, I wasn't a school fan. I'm like, what? You got more school after 12th grade? Like, I don't know. But I encourage people, like, go to college. Some of the best years of my life. Like, I still, cherish those memories. Like, I go to my campus as much as I can, because I just had so much fun.
You were in a frat too, so you can always go meet up with those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, meet up. My teammates. My fraternity. Some people I just, friends, coach, everything, yeah.
What'd you want to do with a history degree? Did you even have anything planned for that?
I didn't have nothing planned, man. I mean, I was talking to some people, and it was like, you can go to law school, be a lawyer, of course, history teacher, professor, but I don't know. I just was like, UCLA is like a tough school, like it's the most applied school in the country. And, a lot of people there, they brainiacs, 4.0s, 4.2s. I didn't even know. I was like, you get over 4.0, like 4.5s. It's crazy. High, geniuses. And just and it's just not competing on the field. You got to compete with these people off the field in the classroom. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was a journey, man. It was a journey, but.
Well, that just shows that you didn't even expect to go to college, let alone looking back now, you're on the same level as all those people you just got finished talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've always had I've always liked history, like growing up. I don't know why. Like, I wasn't really a science guy, wasn't a math guy, English, even though history is writing in papers. But I just always liked learning about, the past and what was going on. And I didn't really get to travel a lot as a kid. So it's my way of learning, like, what was going on in this part of the world and what was going on then. And they always say history repeats itself. And I was just, fascinated with just, stuff about what was going on when I wasn't there. And I just like history. Like, it's really not no right or wrong answer. All you gotta do is back your statement up with quotes and facts. Whereas like you do math and all these other things, you can do all this work, and if the answer's wrong, you get 0. Whereas like, okay, we might, you get this paper, we might see where you're going. It might not be the right thing, but we see where you're going, so we'll give you a little partial credit. And just with our schedule, man, it was just, I'm not gonna say history is an easy major, but it's not, it's not engineering, it's not a doctor or anything. I feel like every major has difficulties, but just with our schedule, it just was, we was limited on stuff we can do, just because we have practice, we have weights, we have meetings, we have tutoring, we have all this stuff, and
travel.
Yeah, we have travel, so it's just like, the majors that some of the majors I was interested in, it just had a conflict of interest. And you say you're a student athlete, but you're there to play football. and you try to tell your coaches, I can't make practice because I have class, good luck.
That
Good
don't
luck
fly.
good luck getting on the field. So everybody would ask me, what are you gonna do with history? And I'm like, I don't know. But I was encouraged after I got to school because I was meeting people that majored in all type of stuff, and it had nothing to do with that major. I just think that's people that's not in college, they automatically think that just because you major in something, you have to do that. And that's not the case. Because when you pick a major, you're so young, you 18, 19, 20. Some people know what they want to do. Some people still trying to figure it out. So, you're young, man. I feel like as long as you get your degree, you can flip it, finesse it, whatever way you want.
I'm glad you said that because you're educated, and that's what matters. People look, you have a bachelor's degree. Granted, it's in a specific field, but that doesn't mean you're not knowledgeable or versed in other fields as well.
Yeah.
And part of this podcast is to show people that if they started going one route and they realize it's not the route they wanted to go, that it is possible to go a different route.
Right.
You didn't know you were going to play in college. You ended up getting a degree in history at UCLA, a great school, and you're not doing anything that has to do with history right now.
Nothing.
But you're living life here in LA. You're living a dream.
Right.
You have a great career and has nothing to do with history.
Nothing, man. I still use,
Knowledge.
I still use knowledge. I still use tools I develop, even though it's not, maybe I'm doing history, but it's certain things that I learned from history that I can apply now, because history, it's a lot of memorizing dates and memorizing facts, it helps me now in acting because I have to memorize lines. I have to use that same memorization for this, for that. So, it go hand in hand. You just gotta learn how to flip it. That's it.
Oh, that's smart. I like that. Did you specialize or have an interest in a particular type of history, whether U.S. or world, or?
I was all over the place. My favorite is I didn't specialize in anything, but my favorite is U.S. history, just because I can relate. The world stuff is cool, just so far ahead. The Roman empires and Constantine and Greek mythology. That's cool. It's just so far ahead. But my favorite is U.S. history, specifically World War II. With the Nazis and Hiroshima and the nuclear bomb. It just was crazy. It was just a crazy, crazy time. I couldn't even imagine, being right out of college, right out of high school, not have to go to war, fighting this world like I don't even know nothing about. And then just Hitler, that whole thing. Him just, putting the Jews in camps, and it's just a crazy time, man. It's almost like I can't believe this was the world we lived in. So I've always been interested in like U.S. history, Great Depression, also when everybody was broke, just during that time.
And you said history repeats itself too. So when you're talking about the Holocaust and stuff, it's things that we know what to look for, signs we know what to look for to make sure we're not going down that road again. So we know to fight for ourselves and don't fall in the same steps. Not saying that it could have been prevented or whatever, or couldn't have been prevented, but
should have been.
But, exactly. Different
things happen for a reason. So hopefully, like you said, hopefully some things don't repeat themselves.
Exactly. I got a little pop quiz for you for history.
All right.
What year was the War of 1812?
What year was the War of 1812?
Yeah.
Man, I should know this. I know it's not 18.
It is 1812.
It is 1812.
Yeah, I was just messing with you.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm about to say it's tricky because I was about to say. I was about to say, is it 1812? 1812.
Yeah. No, okay.
I knew that one.
I didn't want to get super hard. Also, I don't know too much of this. You probably would have embarrassed me if I would have said something.
No, it's okay, man. I've done I remember I did this one other interview, and this girl she asked me all these crazy questions. My dad was pissed because he was like, man, she made you look bad. But I was I ain't tripping. But she asked me all these. She was asking she really did some thorough research. She could at least gave me an outline or something. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect,
Is your dad your manager, or he's just doing it from a dad point of view?
No, he's just a dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just always been
looking out for you.
My number one supporter, man. He's cool. He just give me the freedom to just do whatever I want to do. Since when I was 18, I got done with school. He just kind of he actually moved out of LA then, and he kind of just let me figure out my life. But I always come to him, always get uplift. I think when I first got my audition for the Shaws, he's the first person I called and got some uplift from him. And we always talk. He always give me his 2 cents always, and I take it. Whatever I do from that is on me.
That's good.
My mother too. My mother also, man. She's also, my other number one supporter. My grandmother. All my family. I try to incorporate them as much as I can. But at the end of the day, it's my decision. I gotta go what's in my gut, my instinct. But it's okay to ask, it's okay to ask certain people things, because I mean, too much, it could just, you get too much advice, it can confuse you.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, exactly. You got to make your own decisions. You can listen to other people, but you
got to live your life,
what they
man.
have to say, but
you got to live your life, especially some parents, because they influence you to do different things, especially when you're at a school. I ain't gonna say they don't want you to follow your dreams, but they don't want it. I don't know if they don't want to see you struggle. And they for sure, damn sure don't want to. They like, man, I didn't give you enough money. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes you gotta take it with a grain of salt, because sometimes parents, they're not the best supporters. But you gotta. It's your life. You don't want to look back and be like, dang, listen to mom and dad, and now my life is like this, and now you got this resentment, and now your relationship is affected. So
exactly. So 2012,
yeah,
football's done, UCLA.
Yes.
Next thing in your eyes, NFL. Tell me about that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got done. I had a different path at UCLA, man. It was, the person that recruited me, he left, had a new coach. He ended up getting fired ending my junior year, had a brand new coach, brand new staff. So just went through a lot of staff, a lot of changes, a lot of politics. But I was like, you know what? I still want to do football until I can't no more. So I got done, ended up getting contacted by an agent, start training, the process, kind of like right now, combines today, was doing all that process. Didn't get invited to the combine, but I had pro day, did pro day, worked out, boom, it's the draft, didn't get drafted, nothing, got a phone call from the Raiders, hey, we want you to come up here for a trial for a rookie minicamp. So I'm like, okay. This is what I want. I was hoping for like a contract. Some of my friends was getting like contracts, guaranteeing that they was gonna be on at least for training camp. So, I was a little, I'm not gonna say upset, but I was a little in my feelings. 'Cause I'm like, dang, I wanted something for sure, but I was like, you know what? I'm not shy of competition. I just gotta go up there and earn my spot. So I went up there to Oakland, did my thing, 3 days. Did the best I could. In the 3 days, coach brings us all in. Thank you guys, you did a good job, but we're good. We're gonna go a different way, and then bam, back in the real world, back in LA. Just kind. I kind of knew like football was over. I just wasn't ready to accept it until it was like really time. But I was even when I was in college, like, you know what? My first year, I'm gonna try. I gotta try. I gotta give it a go. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm not going, because I would see guys, 2, 3, 4, 5 years out the program, still trying. I'm like, damn, like, I was like, it looks depressing. Like, there's got to be something, I didn't know what, but I was like, there got to be something you could do outside of football. But it's just tough to let go, man, because you do this. Some people do this like since they was kids. I was 9. Some people was longer than that all their life. But got back home, man, was just depressed, just down, because my dreams was crushed, didn't work out. And here I am in this major in history, had no plans to like do anything, nothing with history, didn't really network and build relationships like I should have. So I was just back at home, just down, like, what am I gonna do? Like, dang, like this sucks. So, I was down for about a month, and I just, start getting bills and grown-up stuff. So I was like, damn, I gotta get a job. I actually called one of my homies, my boy. He was kind of same position as me, went for like the 3 days, he got cut. So, and a lot of my friends was still, they was on teams, so they wasn't home. So he was really the only one like that I knew was home. And I called him, because I'm like, man, you want to get out, let's do, I just need to get out the house. I'm like, bro, let's go get a drink, food, something. And he was like, man, like, I'm at work right now. I'm like, work? Like, what you mean? Like, you got a job? He was like, yeah, man, I got 2 jobs. I said, damn, like, so I was like, shoot, I was like, it just, pushed me to get up and do something. So, went through that whole process, had like a little part-time job, was like applying for like jobs. It just was tough, because just being an athlete, we don't get a chance to internship, and we don't have any resume, any work experience. We just football school, that's it. So, was at a little disadvantage, was getting frustrating. So I went back to my school, because I just was like, nothing was working, nothing was going as planned. So I just went back to my coaches, because that's the only thing I knew at the time. And I was just like, you know what, like, I'm basically struggling out here, man. I need some help. You know, if anybody's hiring, I wouldn't even think about acting, nothing. I just like, if anybody's hiring, just please, you know, let me know. I need something. I was like, we got all these boosters, all these donors, you know, they got all this money paying for our scholarships. You know, somebody has to be having something. You know, I was like, I'll start in the mailroom, like, you know, whatever. So boom, they give me this number, I call the number, ended up being a commercial agent. You know, nothing about commercials, nothing about that world. But, you know, I met up with him, you know, we start talking. I was like, okay, this is cool. Didn't really have nothing going on. So I started doing commercials, I'm doing background. I got full pads on, you can't see me or nothing. You know, I'd have to really like say like, that's me, but you wouldn't know. I could, you know, could be lying.
So it was like extra work.
I was extra, okay. Exactly, I was an extra. So I did that for like a few months. I was like, you know, this is cool. You know, the money wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was better than minimum wage. So I was doing that, and it was fun. Like that was the main thing. Like I enjoyed it, you know, and I started doing that. Was auditioning, doing things. You know, I wasn't getting parts, but you know, they was had me come back. So I was like, okay, it has to be something. You know, I don't know what I'm doing, but it has to be something. And then fast forward a few months later, UCLA emails me about this show called Ballers on HBO, and they're looking for football players to audition for some of the roles. So I didn't know nothing about it. It was real vague. It just said The Rock HBO. You know, I don't even know it was going to be a series. I'm just thinking maybe it's going to be like a little mini series, you know, a couple episodes, kind of like, you know, LeBron the Shop or something, pop up every now and then. And I was like, you know what? I got the email, replied back to it. I was like, okay, I'm interested. Then they send me sides, and I'm like, oh, like, you know, this is acting. I'm thinking it's like what I was doing as extra work. I'm just in pads. They just need football players, you know, just in the locker room, just to make it look realistic. So they give me the size, and I'm just like, you know, that fear crept in quick. I'm like, oh shit, like I've never acted before, like you know, there's no way. I don't think. I was like, I don't see how I could get this part. You know, it's with The Rock, HBO, like this is big time. So I wasn't even gonna go at first because I was just so scared, and I just didn't believe in myself. But I called my dad, and I'm like, Dad, man, like I don't, you know, I kind of told him a little bit about the commercials. I didn't really get into what I was doing, because he was doing, you know, he wasn't even in LA at the time, and I was just trying to do my own thing. And you know, I called him, and I, you know, got some advice, and I was like, you know, Dad, you know, it's this audition for the show. Like, I mean, I don't know, what do you think? Like, it's acting. And he was just like, he's real blunt. He's like, man, like, just go. Like, you know, what else are you doing? Like, you act like you got like a lot of options right now. He's like, just go. You're like, the worst they gonna say is no. And so I was like, you know what? You're right, Pop. Like, shit, I'm gonna go. So I went, did my thing, you know, boom. A week later, can you come back? I say, yeah, cool. You know, I'm free. I can come back, you know, sure. Boom. Another week later, can you come back in? You know, this goes on for about 3 months of auditioning, coming back, you know, keep proving myself. Because it's my first time doing this, so, you know, you have to make sure that, you know, it's HBO, man, so they got to vet you, you know, got to make sure you're valid. So 3 months go by, end up getting the part. You know, got the part, boom. Now we got the table read. You know, I'm at the table read. Now, you know, now, and during the whole time, I never really seen any actors. I saw JD a lot. He plays Ricky on the show. We saw each other a lot because he was going through the same process I was going through. Because, I mean, if you know who he is, his dad is Denzel Washington, and even though who his dad is, he still had to work and still had to earn his part. Like, he was like nobody. So I saw him. I saw Omar, but I really didn't see, like, you know, the main people. So I'm at the table and I'm like, man, this is Dwayne right here, Mark Wahlberg's right here. Like, this is crazy. I'm like, this is like, I'm thinking I'm like, this is a dream. Like, I had to pinch myself, like, you know, this is nuts. Like, so we do the table read, then we do the pilot. Then 2 months later, they picked the pilot up for the season. So, you know, I'm in Miami doing season 1. And man, just loving it, man. And we at season 5 now, man. It's crazy. You know, awesome. God is amazing, bro. Like, I never thought, you know, I never thought I was gonna go to college. For sure, never thought I was gonna be acting on TV, like on HBO. Like, you know, if you'd have told me this when I was in school, I would have been like, man, you tripping? Like, who? Like, you know, like, no way. Like, me? But I mean, it's crazy though, because my friends always, they say now, they always tell me like, bro, because they used to tell me like, man, you are funny, like you should be on TV. But I'll be, I'm thinking like, people just pulling your collar or whatever it's called, the saying. It's just like when you pretty, I'm not saying I'm pretty. I'm good looking though. But when you like pretty like a girl, oh, you should model, and most people just take it with a grain of salt. But
you don't want to model?
I mean, it depends. It depends for what, I don't know. Pictures is so much different than acting. Like, I feel so awkward taking pictures. But like camera, like stuff like this is cool. But like pictures, like when you gotta pose and like, I don't know, I just gotta
tilt
be comfortable.
your head.
Yeah, I just gotta be comfortable, like, cause it's really just like, it's really all eyes on you. I just gotta practice at it more. It just, I'm still a little bit uncomfortable, but music helps with me. I gotta have music. I think if I had music and my friends, I'd be good.
Okay.
Because then it just lights you up a little bit. But I mean, I ain't gonna shy. If somebody want me to, I'll do it. I just have to get over that myself. That's just something, inside of me. But yeah, man, it's been cool, man. It's been a heck of a ride, man. But I mean, that's life, man. You never know where life's going to take you. You never know, man. Tomorrow is not promised. You just gotta live for the day. And yeah, it's been crazy, man. Been a journey, and I just been loving every minute of it. Like, it's been crazy. Like, we about to start filming season 5 in a little bit over a month. So
that's all here in LA this time?
Yeah, we're in LA, man. We started in Miami the first 2 years, which was crazy. Like, I've never been to Miami, and it was funny. My best friend, we was roommates in college, and we played ball together. And I would always tell him, like, toward like the end of our career, I'd always tell him, like, because I've never been to Miami. Like, I always watch it on TV, movies and stuff. It looked cool. It's just so far from LA, and I didn't have any friends, any family, and I've always heard it's expensive. So I was like, it don't make no sense to go when you're in college because you broke. So I was like, dang, I said, man, somehow I'm gonna go to Miami. Like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna be there for 6 months. I used to tell my boy that. I said, because I feel like 6 months, I could just get my Miami in, and I'm good. I feel like I would never have to come back, because I feel like I could do everything I want in 6 months. But I would say that, like, I don't know how often, but I know I would say it, like, not like religiously, but I was just like, man, I'm gonna go to Miami. I'm gonna be there and just live that Miami life. And then my boy, he was be like, man, yeah, shoot, man, like, why not? Like, you might get dropped to the Dolphins, like, you never know. And I was like, that'd be dope. Like, I would like that. And then fast forward, we shoot the show in Miami. Like, it was just crazy, man. Miami's like a beautiful city. It was a great time. They loved us down there because they don't film a lot. It's not a lot of things filmed. So they really embraced us. Like, I just felt like I was like, felt like I was part of, like, felt like I was from Miami, just how they embraced us and showed us so much love. And now, like, Miami got a special place in my heart, like, forever. Like, when I'm old, I'm just gonna be like, anytime people say Miami, like, what you know about Miami? Like, you don't even know. That used to be my, that's my spot. Like, we can go right now, and I'm with it.
How long were you there?
Man, we was there about 5 months out there.
Oh, almost 6 months.
Almost 6 months, man. We was there about 5.
You called it too.
I know, man. I was pretty close. But yeah, we was there about 5 months out the year. Spent 2 years out there, so it was amazing. Like, it was a good time, man. Good time. Miami's a great place. If you haven't been, I'll definitely recommend it in the wintertime. Summer. I mean, unless you like that summer heat, humidity.
It's a little strong.
There. But I think right now, this time of the year, beautiful.
You said something earlier that I want to touch upon. You talked about that month between graduation and starting acting and stuff. You didn't really know what to do, and you would have taken anything at the time. You said I would even start in the mailroom.
Yes.
I think that mentality that you're an ex-D1 athlete who potentially could have played in the NFL, who had a college degree, you were willing to start in the mailroom. Like, that just shows your mentality and shows your work ethic, that you knew as long as you get your foot in the door, it was worth it to start from one of the lower positions to try to work your way up. Like,
man, it was humbling, man, but, at that point in my time, I had to do what I had to do. Like, this is life, man, and, you're not a kid anymore. When you're a kid, you think like a kid, you act like a kid. Your parents take care of you, but when you get older, man, you gotta put away childish ways, and you gotta be a man. And I just had to do what I had to do, and it sucked, Of course, it's not what I wanted to do, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. There's jobs that I hated. You know, I used to, before that, you know, I was doing summer camp working with kids. You know, that wasn't too bad, but kids are bad. But it was cool. You know, I'm outside all day in the sun with your kids, and you know, it was fun. But you know, it just gets a lot. And I used to do security. Man, I hated that job. I was waiting tables. Man, my first. So I went to bartending school because I was like, I'm just hustling. Like,
nice.
I was like, dang, you know, I think bartenders make good money. So somebody was like, you know, it's hard to get a job. You know, you need somebody. Most time you start as a bar back. So people was like, oh, you should go to bartending school, which you don't have to. Bartending school is a scheme. But if you want to just go and learn and be cool and like, ooh, I know this drink, then by all means. But just because you go to bartending school doesn't mean you have a job. So I was just hustling though. I didn't know no better, but you know, you gotta learn through life, learn through mistakes. So I was going to bartending school, I got done, so I'm applying, I'm online, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Indeed, I'm just everywhere just looking for jobs, just doing something. And I come across this site, it's like a catering company, and so it's looking for bartenders. So I said, cool, like, you know, this should be, you know, it wasn't like a bar, but I was like, you know what, this could be like maybe practice, hopefully lead to another door. So I think my first job was at Pepperdine, and they tell me like, you know, I had to wear like a polo shirt, like some pants. I don't know, not jeans, you know, something
like slacks or something.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm thinking it's like I'm about to bartend. So, and I think at the time I only had one shirt, and that was a polo, and it was a Ralph Lauren shirt. Don't judge me, I didn't have anything else. But so, you know, I get on campus, and I'm like looking around. I'm like, you know, because Pepperdine is a beautiful campus. It's in Malibu, so I'm thinking like it's gonna be like a wedding, you know, something. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking around. I'm like, you know, it's like I get here, and I'm like, you know, like where's the wedding? Where's the party at? So I'm looking around. Long story short, I get there and I find out I have to clean the dishes in the dining hall. Like that was my job, and I you know, I barely wash dishes at my house.
You're dressed all nice too.
So and it was the dishes from like the night before, because it's a dorm. So it's all dishes the night before, and the lady, she comes in, she's like, "Do you know how to work the dishwasher?" I was like, "No." Like this, I was like, "This is literally my first day, and I'm here by myself, just thousands and thousands of dishes," and I'm just like, man. I was in my head. I was just like, it was humbling, man. I was just like,
you did it though, right?
I had to. Yeah. You know, I had to do what I had to do. I was pissed because I'm like, bruh, I'm in college. I have a degree. Like, I'm washing dishes. Like, this is beneath me, you know. But there's, you know, nothing's beneath you, you know. Yeah. But at the time, I was young, and it was funny because I called my boy, the same dude that said he's working 2 jobs. You know, I pulled over because, you know, it was the beach. I pulled over. I chilled. You know, I needed to reflect on this day. Because I really worked hard. Like, I was like, whatever I earned that day, I think I like $60, I earned every cent. So I was pissed because like I called my boy, and you know, he like, "What you want?" I said, "Man, bro, I just did his job, bro. It's like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like, I miss college. I miss like, I need another season." So, you know, I told him about my job, and I'm just pissed because, like I said, I had a Ralph Lauren shirt on, and I'm like, bro, my shirt costs more than what I made today. Like, this is ridiculous. But you know, just one of the things you sit there and like now you just laugh about, man. You just, you know, we all go through it. Like everybody go through it. Like, don't think that you the only one going through it. Like, we all went through things, man. Myself, you know, you know, even, you know, The Rock, everybody. You know, we all go through things, but I think it makes you a stronger person. And he's like, you know what? I refuse to go back. You know, all you can do is go forward. But I need those times. To push me and just make me a better person. And you just got to be open-minded, man. Like I say, you never too big for nothing. And, you know, of course, I would not want to do that job ever again. Yeah. But, you know, like I said, you got to do what you got to do. It's really pride, man. You got to throw that pride to a side, and you got to grind, you got to work, because, man, these bills don't pay for themselves. But I will say I didn't do too many of those jobs after I started learning. Mm-hmm. I think I pay, you know, and also pay attention, because you just sign, you know, you doing stuff, you sign up for stuff. You know, you got to read and you got to pay attention. So I went back, I read, I said, well, it did say dishwasher on here, but I was just so eager. I'm like, oh, my first job. So I went and did it. I think I did dishes one more time after that. But after that, I was like, nah, no way. Like, this is too much. Like, I'm gonna let somebody else do it. But it also let me know too, because when I first got out of school, it just showed me like, man, people out here grinding. Like you might not take that job, but somebody really needs that job. And it just let me know, like, people out here, man, they do anything for money, good and bad, So you in the, like when you get out of school, you in the mix now, and you gotta understand like it's it's also competition too, and you gotta do what you gotta do because people out here they gotta provide, they got families, they got kids, they got all type of stuff, so you gotta have that in mind and just know like there's people out here doing that type of work every day.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because there's some people that's enthusiastic about it. You would think that like that's their passion, but they just that type of person. So you gotta have a good attitude.
And you personally, a benefit of you doing it is you actually did it, even though because you said nothing's beneath you. You did it. You realized you wanted to be better than that, and you use that as motivation to help push you forward to the next one. So you knew you didn't have to do it again.
Yeah, immediately. I was just like, dang, I'm in college. Like, this is crazy. I think I seen one like later on. I seen a job at UCLA. I said, oh no, I refuse. Like,
I might know too many people there.
I said, nah, yeah. I said, I'm gonna know somebody. Like, nah, like
Yeah.
I gotta take the pride on this one. Like, it's cool. But I mean, it is what it is, man. But like I said, somebody did that job. Like no job is beneath you, man. Man, you gotta be humble. I just feel like to me, I live my life with Jesus. He got on his hands and knees and was washing people's feet. Like, who am I? Who am I not to serve? That's why we on this earth, man, to serve. So don't ever get it twisted. Don't forget. Of course, you get to a certain status, you get a certain place. If you can't afford to do things, but like don't ever forget to serve, man. Don't ever.
What spiritual motivation keeps you going?
And what do you mean?
Like you said, you got to live through Jesus and stuff. And does he play a daily part of your life? Or?
Oh man, daily, hourly, every second, every minute, man. Like, I mean, I really got close to God when I got out, like that month.
Oh really? That's when it.
Yeah, that's when. I mean, I've always believed in God. I used to go to church. My granny's real religious, but I really because I was like literally, like just doing nothing, like just in the house, wasn't working out, wasn't going out, just doing nothing. And I lived with my grandmother, and she's really spiritual, so she'd always ask me all the time, "You want to go to church? You want to go to church?" I'm like, nah, I'm good. I just wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood. I'm good. She'd just keep asking, and then she would like leave stuff like in my room, motivation. She'd leave quotes, motivational sayings, scriptures, and motivations. So I just really like during that month, man. That's one thing I just start reading. I was in the Bible. I was reading the Word every day, because I was like, Lord, this isn't where I thought life wasn't gonna be. I thought I was gonna be in the league. I thought I was gonna get drafted. I thought I was gonna get, a bunch of money, cars, girls, all that. I thought I was gonna be ballers in real life. And then once that didn't happen, just humbled me. And I was like, you know what? I'll just, got my hands and knees, man. Start praying, start getting the word. Eventually start going to church with my granny. And it just, even now to this day, since then, man, I just be in the word every day. Pray a lot, read the Bible. It just helped me a lot because, man, the world it's hard, man. Life is hard, and it just keeps me, give me peace of mind, and just, keeps my anxiety down, keeps my stress, keep my worry down, because I just know, man, man, Jesus, he loves us, he died for us, and he'll do anything, and it's just like every day you wake up, every day you see a new day, you win it, no matter what your circumstance. Yeah, your account is low. Yeah, you might be sick. Yeah, it is. But if you open your eyes and you can do something, you can walk or you can talk, or, if you can't do that, if you just open your eyes and see another day, you win it. And you just got to take advantage of that and just, don't take things for granted. But yeah, I would say probably like since like 2013, man, like really just been, really been like, really spiritual. I'm not one of those like, die-hard Christians. I give everybody their space. You know what I'm saying? I just give you my testimony, let you know it works for me. It might not work for you. It's gonna work if you want it, but I'm not gonna force nothing. Everything happens in their own time. You do what you do, but I just know for me, man, God did all this, and He'll do it for everybody if you want Him to.
Exactly. That's good. Let's talk about success a little bit. Something I like to ask all my guests is what their definition of success is, and I'll start off with mine. Particularly, I think people look at the term success as a negative thing, like they're afraid to talk about it because they feel like it's like you're talking about your money or your income, or if you're a woman, your age or whatever. They feel like it's that same connotation. And to me, I don't think it is. I think success varies per person. It doesn't necessarily have to be fame and fortune. As a matter of fact, I don't think most people are cut out for fame and fortune, but I think everybody is cut out for success. So, my version of success would be a healthy family, a healthy life, doing a career that you love to do, whether it's barely paying the bills or whether it's beyond paying the bills. Just being in a lifestyle that you are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Would you say you were successful? If so, what is your definition of success?
Yeah, I say I'm successful. I say it's ongoing. But I think, I agree with you. I think everybody's. I think it's obviously different for everybody. But I think it switches. I think as you go through life, as you go through things, as you elevate, I think your success elevates too. But I think waking up doing what you love to do, and just having a passion for things, I think that triggers to success. But I also think like you doing something and just leaving your legacy. I'm just big about legacy now. Like you doing something, not just success for you, but success for your family. For when you gone, your family is still feeding off your success and it's making them successful. So I'm just big about leaving something. Leaving something for your family, even something for people behind to know who you are. It could be something small, it could be something whatever. If that's a statue, if that's a street, if that's a school, if that's leaving some property, for your kids. I think to me that's success is like, leaving something that you work for behind, for somebody else.
I like that.
And to help them be successful.
Yeah, so you're not even saying it doesn't have to be monetary. Like you're talking about legacy, and I think that's huge.
Yeah, I'm big about legacy, man, because of course people want to do materialistic things, and that's cool, but like it can get taken away that fast, and it just like to me some of that stuff it can make you happy and it doesn't. It's people that have millions of dollars, all type of things in the world, and you see they're not happy. You think they're successful because they have this great business, but they're not happy inside. I think also success just being happy and with you and loving and I think a lot of it's in here instead of like the glitz and the glamour, which is cool too. I love that stuff, but it doesn't matter. When you come in this earth. And when you leave, you have none of that. You can't take nothing with you. It comes and goes.
You leave with what you brought in.
Exactly, nothing.
Yeah. You gave a lot of advice already throughout this whole episode, but anything specific you would give to anybody else, whether they are on a career path that they aren't really enjoying, they want to switch to another one, or whether they're trying hard for that original career path that they've been striving for? Like, what would you give to a little token to somebody to get to where they want to be?
I'll just say, man, just stay focused, man. Stay focused, Be patient. Things take time. Enjoy the journey. I think we always think about the destination so much. We think about that here, but, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process of what's going on, because that's what it's really about. Getting from where you at and then just seeing things just go. And then once you get there, enjoy this time and just go through it, and enjoy every day. And yeah, just keep going, man. Go with your instinct too. I'm big about go what you going, because so many people, outside voices come and they tell you stuff and this and that and what you should do, what you can't do. And some of that stuff is beneficial. Take all criticism. If somebody's gonna come to you as a man or as a woman and tell you something to your face, I think you gotta respect it for telling them that. But I mean, you necessarily have to, do that or take that advice. But listen and see what they got going on, and stay positive, man. Stay positive. Like things gonna go. You're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs, but always stay positive and move on from things fast. Good and bad. And don't be afraid to make mistakes, man. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and have no fear. Like fear is nothing. Fear is a mind killer. So it's just like get past that. Because to me, on the other side of fear, everything that I've been scared of has made me the most happiest. So it's just like, it's okay. It's okay to be scared. I was scared when I got that audition for the show. I was scared we stepped on it when I did the pilot. You get those nerves, you get the energy, but that's good. That means you care about it. If you don't feel that way, it means nothing. So, just embrace it and just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, and have fun. Like life is fun, man. I think we take things for granted, and then we always, you know, with social media, we look at what this person has, what this person doesn't have. Like, don't compare yourself. You know, what's meant for you is meant for you, and vice versa.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I think you definitely got to a few people with this one today, because you just gold. You gave gold today.
Man, I hope so, man. I be dropping gems when I can, you know. But I mean, people, and also too, some more advice, man. Pay it forward, man. People, I didn't get to where I'm at today by myself. You know what I'm saying? I got help, and it's just like, man, pay that forward, man. You know, give back. You know, if that's mentoring, if that's, you know, whatever, talking to people, give people advice, man. Don't hold it all in, man. Drop these jewels to other people. Pay it back, man, because, you know, you have to. You didn't get here you don't get here on your own. We all got to where we got by something. So.
Yeah, like you being here today, like you didn't have to be here and be a guest on this show, but
right.
I mean, you had some free time and you did it, and you know.
Yeah, man. You got to get back, man. And relationships is key, man. You know, I mean, everything that I done been blessed with, I done got. You know, even, you know, with our relationship, it's just through networking, through relationships, and take advantage of that. Cause like it ain't about what you know. It's about who you know and who knows you. So, you know, that's what's big. Everything I done got has been through my network, my relationships, and it's gonna continue to be that way.
Yeah. Don't use it as a crutch, but use it as an opportunity, you know?
Right. And it's not always what that person can do for you, what you can do for that person. I learned that through a friend. You know, I think always people like, you know, oh, this person can do this, the person can do that. You know, do something for them too. Because people like gestures, just like you like them.
And people like Ray's always looking out for other people and trying to motivate people and stuff.
Always, man, always. I learned that through my boy Ray, man. Shout out to Crime by Design. Man, he always looking out for other people. And wants nothing in return, man. It's just genuine, you know. Nothing in return. I mean, of course, if you do something, I mean, you know, I'm sure he'll accept it and everybody else. But just do it out the bottom of your heart. I had to learn that myself the hard way. You know, you do stuff with certain people, and you know, it's like, okay, they owe me one. You know, put that in the pocket later. They'll do me that favor later, and they don't owe you nothing. You know, you even if you would have took them across country, they don't owe you nothing. Exactly. You know, you would think that, but just do it out the bottom of your heart. If you want to do that, do it out the bottom of your heart, because if you got other motives, man, it's gonna make you bitter. It's gonna make you into a different person. You're gonna be upset all the time because people out here, you're not gonna say they're selfish, but everybody thinking for themselves. And I mean, that's okay, because you have to. But yeah, I say do everything. I do things out of my heart. I don't expect nothing in return. If you want to do something, I appreciate it. If not, it's all good. It's all good, because I know God, He sees it, and I'm a firm believer in karma.
That's a great mentality. Well, I appreciate you joining me out here today, and I appreciate you coming out of your way and giving those gems that you have. And you're a great guy, and I definitely see a big future for you.
Oh man, thank you, man.
Yeah,
appreciate this, man. This is dope, man. Appreciate you, man. You know, we've been talking about this, so I'm glad we got together.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, man, let me know I can help anyway, man. Can't wait to see the rest of the collection of interviews.
Yeah, just trying to keep it going.
Because they need to hear this stuff, man. Everybody, we all go through stuff, man. Short story, we met through this program called MVP. With shout out to Jay Glazer at Unbreakable. He does this program with vets and athletes, and basically we work out, and basically at the end we just kind of talk and just let things, we all go through things, man. Life is crazy. And it just, even for me, you think you're going through stuff, and you hear what this person going through and what that person going through, and it's just like, dang, what I got to complain about, Shoot, my situation's not that bad now that I hear what he going through, and he's still okay, he's not like, of course he going through things, but he still is happy. So, you never know what people going through, man. And you just got to just be a good person. That's how I feel.
Exactly. This is Jay Glazer's couch.
Really?
This is the couch that was in the back room. They switched it with the black leather one now.
Oh,
this is the same couch. They threw it out. I took it. They took advantage of free opportunities. Free couch that they were going to trash.
Man,
so
another man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly,
they say.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
So you've actually probably been on this couch before, because I'm sure you sat back there.
Yeah, I'm sure I have. Yeah. Sweaty and all, man. Sweaty and all. It's all
exactly.
Good. It's all good.
Well, do you want to give a shout out to where people can follow you on Instagram and whatnot?
Yes, man. Please follow me on Instagram at Donovan W Carter, Twitter DC SoFly90, Facebook Donovan W Carter 2. And I appreciate everything. Ballers season 5 later this year. Thank y'all again for support. Thank you, Scott, for this, man. It's a blessing, and I appreciate y'all. Go Bruins.
Thank you for coming out, man. This has been another episode of Provoked Success. I'm your host, Scott Bynum, and like I said before, put some comments down in the comment section. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. I'm gonna keep trying to pump these out every Monday. Any sort of feedback is good and bad. I'll accept it. I'm trying to learn from all y'all out there. So thank you for listening, and I hope to have you again on the next episode. Later.